Alright, Trenton here with the Budget Shooter Project. Now, as many of you know, I do survival, camping, and firearms review, and also food reviews. But as many of you don't know, I have a soft spot for history. As seen as the best classes I was graded on in high school was my history courses. A little bit of a background story for me. I recently graduated college with an AAS in mechatronics, which is industrial maintenance and automation. So basically, robotics, pumps and valves, and alike. Now, on to the actual topic of this video. Oregon history. I am a native Oregonian. I was born before the 2000s. I'm not going to say when. For obvious reasons, I don't want people, finding out about me due to my birth date. But this video will be entitled Oregon History and Why I Love Oregon. So let's get down to the history aspect of Oregon and the town that I live in. So, scattered throughout Oregon, there are 26 Civil War posts and forts. Now, that'll lead to a video that I plan on doing this spring, which is a small mini-series called The Budget Shooter's Day Off, where me and a few special members of the Budget Shooter Project family, namely the girlfriend and a few friends of mine, go and adventure, creepy, weird, or, just plain cool places. If you live in Oregon and watch this video, please comment any place that does not require security access to get into, because we do want to keep that particular miniseries going. But let's get back to the history, shall we? During the outbreak of the Civil War, all Oregon troops were sent east to fight the Civil War. Contrary to popular belief, Oregon did not stay out of the Civil War, they fought in it. The 1st Cavalry was activated during 1862 and lasted to 65, so a total of 3 years. Now, there is a little bit of controversy to why they were disbanded. Most people say it was either because the 1st Cavalry got decimated in the Civil War or by Indian tribes. And many people go in so far as to say it was the Indian tribes around the Oregon-Idaho area, because during the Civil War, Oregon, Idaho, and all the gold boom areas constantly were fighting between settlers and Native Americans. So the choice is yours. Believe it could be the Civil War or the Native American slaughter. The second Oregon senator, or second senator for Oregon, Edward Dickinson Baker, was killed in battle, primarily the Battle of Ball's Bluff in October 24th, 1861. I almost said 19 there. Stupid me. Let's go into a little bit of the history of the town that I live in. Albany is nicknamed the hub of the valley, which is the Oregon Valley or Willamette Valley, because it sits smack dab in the heart of the valley. Okay, so in 1847, the Hackelmans, which were pro-South in slavery, settled in Albany. And in 1849, the Monteiths, which were, well, I'd like to say blue-blooded Northerners, settled in Oregon and were, well, not Oregon, but Albany specifically, and were anti-slavery. Now, a little history on the high schools here. During the Civil War and a little bit after, South Albany, which was my home high school, was the rebels, and still are. West Albany High School, the Bulldogs, were actually Union High, And the reason being for the divide was because Oregon or Albany was split, like I said, between the Hackelman side and the Monteith side. So North and South, pro-slavery, against slavery. Till this day, they're still better at football, but we have the better academics. Let's just say political views between the parties, mostly divided because of slavery issues, caused the parties to put a divider hedge. Yes, a hedge that spanned the whole length of their backyards and territories. A slave from the Hackelman side fled to the Monteith side, was returned to the Hackelman side again, but hung behind Monteith Park, where the rope still stands. If I could remember the exact location, that will be in the Budget Shooters Day Off videos. And I will reference this video for that particular reason. Now, Albany itself is a growing town of 50,000 plus people. And Oregon, nonetheless, is one of the top Move To states right now as of 2015 and 2016. I will get to reasons why later in the video, but let's get down to it here. Gun laws in Oregon. Open carry is allowed, except for where the useless sign of gun-free zones happen, in my opinion, and a lot of other gun YouTubers' opinions. Gun-free zones don't help, they harm. NFA weapons are not restricted like they are in California or, Washington, D.C. But the caveat to that is they have to comply with state and county legislation on NFA-style weapons, such as short-barrel shotguns and rifles, and the .50 caliber. Also, in the event of the gun grab, Linn County and a few other counties around Oregon will not comply. Our sheriff's department believes strongly, and I say strongly as if I was writing this in a Word document, bold, italicized, and underlined 3 times, that their citizens, or the citizens of Oregon, deserve to be armed. Now, we're not a bunch of crazy gun-toting anti-liberals. In fact, there are quite a few towns around Oregon that are liberal. Corvallis, Salem, Portland, all the major cities pretty much are liberal. Now, do I believe that that's a good thing? No. I am 100% anti-liberal because of the liberal media always glorifying the guns, the shootings, and misleading information about the weapons used. Now, when you see an AR-15, reason being they call it an assault weapon is because it's black and scary. That's it. An assault weapon, by definition, or military definition, has to have full auto. If it does not have full auto, which most civilian AR-15s, AK-47s, do not possess the ability to, because of materials used in lore, it's just misleading information. Now, when they say gunman, that's another piece of misleading information. A gunman is you, me, anyone who owns a gun and knows how to use it. Domestic terrorist, on the other hand, is a perfect example of the proper terminology for someone who likes to shoot up, say, a school, shopping mall, what have you. But I'm getting off on a tangent again, but it's relevant to the video. So-called extended magazines are not banned, so your 30 rounds, your 50 round magazines, your 100 round, 75 round beta magazines are not banned here in Oregon. So if you're Californian watching this video and want more fun, become a citizen in Oregon. Just not in one of the liberal areas, because they will look down upon you if they see you have a 30 round mag at one of their gun events. I should know there was a lot of liberals at the Shed gun shoot last year, and let's just say they got ran out the first day. But all public land here in Oregon, aka publicly owned BLM or Bureau of Land Management areas, can be used to be shot in or to sight in a rifle or to have fun with your friends and go out and go shooting. You might see me in BLM land in future videos. You might not. It depends on if I can get out there or not. My car is not built to go up those steep ass hills. But all public land, excluding if you see Weyerhaeuser, usually Weyerhaeuser will run you off or call the cops. But a lot of Weyerhaeuser land here, especially where I hunt, is not specifically marked. It's marked on an 8x11 sheet of printer paper that has been tacked to a tree. That's it for the gun laws that are really relevant to why Oregon's cool. Okay. Like I said in the middle part of this video, reasons why Oregon is top right now for most move to, other than their gun laws and lax restrictions. More green space, which means we have more hikeable areas, more fishing areas, more just all-around beautiful locations, such as Multnomah Falls, the lava tunnels, where else? Crater Lake, which is the lake you usually see on some of our license plates. And just any forest area you could hike is beautiful. Now, I'm not going to divulge the location of my hunting area because it was shown to me by friends and they want that to remain a less hunted area. But you will see a video of me in it in future times. And yes, we road hunt because it's either you're hiking down near vertical or up near vertical, and we really, really can't do that during certain times of the year because, well, we get all the excess rain from Canada and Washington. If I said California, I'd be lying because they're stealing our water. And also, Oregon has a relatively low cost of living. Except for certain areas such as Portland, which had an increase of about 11%. But let's not get into Portland. They're fun because that's where all the concert venues and weird shit happens. If you're into the keeping such an area weird movement, be my guest. Personally, I like Portland. I wouldn't live there. But again, this has been Trenton with a Budget Shooter Project. Like, comment, and subscribe for more history, firearms, or food reviews. And as always, thank you. Have a good one. This has been Trenton with the Budget Shooter Project, signing out.